Hello, and welcome back to Icon Painting for Kids. My name is Elina Pelikan, and I'm here at my church working on more icons for the walls. As you can see, we've got a lot of garments done, the faces are begun. This is a set of wonderful women icons that are very near and dear to my heart. But let's get to the subject. Last time we talked about animals. We all love animals, and we all love seeing animals in icons. Today we're going to talk about something just as exciting for us, if not more so. We're going to talk about angels. Everyone loves to see icons of angels. They've got the wings, they've got different colors going on, they're holding different objects, they're very mysterious. So let's talk a little bit more about angels and how we see them in icons. Come with me into the church. The Bible talks about angels using a lot of poetic language, using a lot of symbology. It says things like they have 4 faces, or the hands of a man and the feet of a cow. And so iconographers spent a long time trying to figure out how to represent these bodiless powers. We know they have wings, but as you can see, St. John the Baptist is also presented with wings because they show that he is a messenger. After all, angel means messenger. We have 7 types of angels, 7 ranks of angels that are given to us by someone named Pseudo-Dionysius. They are the cherubim, the seraphim, the dominions, the virtues, the powers, the principalities, and of course, archangels and angels. Because I'm a modern iconographer in this present time, I have a wealth of iconography to look back and to see how to paint them. I've of course painted my archangels on our royal doors and on our angel doors, and I've painted seraphim and cherubim by the Theotokos and over the doors. These are some of my favorite things to paint because they're so beautiful and they really elevate the space to show us this beautiful spiritual world that is all around us. Now that we've talked a little bit about angels, let's go draw one right now. Come on. Angels are a little bit tricky to draw because they're all curvy lines, and curvy lines are harder than straight lines to put them in the right places. So I'm going to show you how to draw a wing and maybe even how to draw a seraphim, but do some practice. Don't judge yourself by the first time you've drawn them. I've drawn thousands and thousands of these, and I still feel like it's not always exactly the way I want. So the first line we're gonna make is gonna be almost like a candy cane. We're gonna start on the bottom of the wing, and we're gonna curl all the way up to the top, and we're gonna kind of curl it around, like a shepherd's crook, right? It's gonna be nice and long. From here, we're gonna give some long wings like this, long feathers. They're gonna kind of go like that. See, we already have this wing shape, so that's the basic wing shape. From here, we're gonna add a couple little swishes, right? We're gonna add this line mirrored a little bit right there. And then we always have some of these little, you could do these in a different color, and that kind of gives the shape. From there, if you'd like to, you can add another level of feathers down here, right? Now, if we want to turn this into a seraphim, seraphim have 6 wings. So we already have the base of it. We're gonna do another wing down here, like that. And we're gonna pull this line. Notice it goes behind, so we just kind of have to do our best to judge where that's gonna go straight through. Do the same thing, I'm gonna add a couple more wings right here. You want them to match there. Curve this around and take your time. I go kind of fast, but I've done this a lot. Right? Now this wing went up like this, so this one is gonna go up like that. So now I'm going to mirror this way, right there. And same thing, all these little swishes. These lines take practice, but they're all very similar. So once you sort of get the hang of them, you have a skill. I'm gonna do another couple little feathers under here. This one's gonna come right from there all the way over here. This is a trickier thing. Do your best with it, but don't be too hard on yourself, especially the first 10 or 15 or 20 times you draw this. Remember, it takes practice. Practice makes progress. And even when you have practice, your lines aren't gonna be exactly what you want them to be. So this is, sometimes I'll draw this in yellow and then I'll go darker and darker and make sure I only have the lines that I want. But I'm just starting with this nice indigo blue. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 wings. I'm gonna add 2 more wings right here. One comes over here like that. Same thing. All the way around. Swish, swish. And the other one comes all the way around like this. Matching those two can be a little tricky, but you know, maybe they're in flight. Maybe they're not 100% symmetrical. Symmetrical means the same on both sides. Very few things are actually symmetrical. This line down there. Now we have 6 wings. Of course we need a face. I keep this very simple. I give it 2 eyebrows. I go down there with the nose. Now we have these eyes. I like to give them nice big eyes. And then just a suggested face there. If there's enough space, I'll add some curls for hair. And there we have it, a seraphim. Today we talked about angels. We learned a little bit about what they are and the different types they are and how we present them in icons. And then for our challenge, we drew a seraphim. I hope that you tried it along at home, and I hope that you try it more than once, maybe more than 10 times. The more you do it, the better you get, because practice makes progress. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you next time on Icon Painting for Kids.